What's happening, guys? Welcome to the basement. Today we're checking out Lady Killer from Darkhorse Comics. Stay tuned. This book's about a female assassin who's also trying to manage her family life and children. It's got great writing, great illustrations. I'm just so disappointed that it only lasted 10 issues. Let's look into it. A beautiful library edition here from Darkhorse Comics, originally published in 2015. Comes with its own ribbon. I say if you're thinking about buying the trade paperbacks, don't even bother. Spend the extra 10 bucks. You get the oversized format, a hardcover. I mean, even the resale value of this, if you're thinking about selling, will be much higher. I don't care much for the cover, but I can see what Joelle is going for here. She's going for that 1960s advertising feel. This series was written by Joelle Jones and Jamie S. Rica, illustrated by Joelle Jones and colored by Laura Allred, published by Darkhorse in 2015. We've got an introduction by Chelsea Kane, and we're starting off Volume 1, Seattle, 1962. Now, the story takes place in 1960s America. Josie Schuler is the main character, female assassin. Now, she may seem like the perfect housewife, but she's working as a hired killer for a secret organization. Here she is posing as an Avon saleswoman, and this is her first contract here that we see. Loving the art style, loving the gore. And here she is with her family. First shot of them together. She's trying to sit down to dinner. She gets a call from one of her contacts at the agency. And her mother-in-law, as you see here, is quite wise to her. She doesn't trust her, but she doesn't know why yet. And that's the whole premise of this book, is her trying to balance family life and being a hired killer at the same time. Now, there are two main story arcs that take place throughout this book. The first story arc has to do with her working for the organization, and the second has to do with her working as an independent contractor. Now, the main characters are herself, her husband, her two girls, and the mother-in-law, all living in the same house. You also have characters from the organization, her superiors, as well as different assassins that she'll have to contact. I really like the texture of this book as well. The cover is not glossy, it's rough, it's a matte finish, and your hand kind of sticks to it, doesn't slide off. Joelle Jones stated in an interview that the imagery in this book was inspired by her love of vintage ads from 1940 to 1960s. And that's really what it feels like, the tone, the environment, her house, the cars that they drive, the clothing. It's all there. This is a turning point in her life here. I won't go and mention. This book is not very dialogue heavy either. A lot of imagery. Was able to get through it maybe in 2-3 hours. Not a long read. This book definitely put Joelle Jones on the map for me. Unfortunately, she hasn't done anything else that I'm too interested in. She's done some Catwoman. She's done Wonder Woman. I'm not really into female superheroes or much of DC superheroes at all. But definitely looking forward to anything else that she may have coming up in the future. Other than that, this book is well received. It's a 4.25 out of 5 on Goodreads. It's got good reviews all around, from what I can see anyway. It's got strong character development. You really feel for her and her situation. She really cares about her family, but I guess she's passionate about killing people. So, I mean, unfortunately, it's only 10 issues, like I said. The way it leaves off, I mean, there could really be another volume and more. So I'm not sure on the motivation for discontinuing this book. Maybe Joelle wanted to work on something else. Not quite sure. Here we go with volume 2 now. Issue 1. Here she's posing as a Tupperware salesman. Very of the times, has her first contract. Has to improvise in the dismembering of the body with an electric knife. And throughout the series, the tension with the mother-in-law does seem to rise, and you get a little backstory regarding herself as well that was quite surprising. Really a overall breath of fresh air this series was for me. And I mean, this book does tend to go on sale quite often. Keep in mind, these things go out of print, but I was able to get it for maybe 25% off of the retail price. So I paid maybe $42 for it. Even if I were to buy 2 trade paperbacks, they'd be about $20 each. Nice cleaver to the head here, nice splash page. Now, this was picked up by Netflix actually in May 2021. They announced that a movie adaptation would be made. Don't know how to feel about that. I don't think that I'm very happy with many adaptations from comic books. Can't really think of many off the top of my head to tell you the truth. I'd say, always go with the original material. Always check out the comic books first, and then, hey, if you like that, then give the TV series or the film a shot. But I'm always disappointed the vast majority of the time with the adaptations. It would definitely make a better movie than a TV series. I think that they already have the main actress announced. I forget her name though. Here we do get a backstory of the main character, which I really liked. It's only a few pages though, but it kind of gives some motivation to why she decided to become a hired killer in the first place. And here's some extras here in the back. I'm not going to show you the ending, of course. We've got a few pinups here of the main character. Now, right here, this would make a better cover, in my opinion. This was actually one of the covers for the trade paperbacks, as well as one of the single issues, I believe. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully this gave you a good impression on what this book's about. I know I really enjoyed it. Hopefully it gave you some incentive here. Make sure to check the description below on ways that you can support this channel and keep it going. Till next time, take care.